Everything started with an idea a few years ago. An idea to become more self-sufficient, start learning how to raise animals, how to grow your own vegetables, how to not grow your own vegetables, learn how to build stuff, and make stuff from your own. I think it took around 5 years to save up to buy this farm. And before moving here, we lived in Gothenburg, which is a kinda bigger city, in an apartment. And I was climbing on the walls. I just wanted to get out, start working, use my body, start building stuff. And YouTube for me has been a great inspiration. Start to see how other people do it and start thinking about how do I want my homestead to be? What techniques do I want to use? What animals do I want to have? And how do I want to have my day to look as a homesteader? And our first 6 months has passed here on the homestead. And I just want to share my thoughts and ideas. What struggles I've been having. And how I think about the future and moving forward. And for those who's been following me for a while now, they know that we bought this farm and it was really run down. This old man who's been living here, he haven't taken care of anything for the last 4 to 5 years. And we moved in a little bit before Christmas. It was cold and there was no really good heating in the house. And all the houses was just filled with stuff. Pretty much shit everywhere. But I was excited to start working finally, so it was no problem for me to doing that. I started to scrub the houses down, take out all trash and making it ready to have the animals arriving. I had some ideas what animals I wanted to start with. Chickens was one of the first things to get to the farm. Chickens was one of those things that I already knew from the beginning that we needed to get. I've been watching another YouTuber called Justin Rhodes, which I very, very recommend, and thank you so much if you're, for some random idea, is listen to this. He's been a great inspiration and learned a lot about chickens. We bought a flock here for a family close by here, 7 hens and 2 roosters. And we're so excited to finally get our hens. We got them in the car and drove them back to the chicken coop and released them. We were so happy to have finally chickens on the farm. I did set up a GoPro just for fun's sake to see how long it takes before they jump up on their sleeping pins. And after a few hours I checked the footage and was excited to see how they moved. And then I see it. The roosters are starting to fight. And fight a lot. And immediately I didn't need to run to the chicken house to see the status on them. And sadly, one of the roosters was so beaten up that we needed to take him away. And it was a very hard start to begin with animals. The first day you need to do a slaughter on a rooster. And I felt so bad, but I didn't want them to suffer, so we need to do what we needed to do. And I felt like I wanted to save the meat because I don't want to have him die totally in vain at least. But after that, everything started to go uphill. They start laying eggs, and more than expected. It was after all winter, and chickens shouldn't lay eggs so much in the winter, but ours start laying quite a lot. We learned that we can buy food for the chickens off a farm close by here, which saved us a lot of money. And we got our cats, and we also got our rabbits. And soon the rabbits were pregnant, and before you know it, we got our first rabbit children here on the farm. And I was really excited to ourselves has produced lives. Or not by ourselves, but I think you get what I mean. I started to build on the greenhouse. I never built a greenhouse or kinda nothing before, so I was very, very nervous with that, but I had the motivation. I didn't have the knowledge for sure, but I did have the motivation. So I started. And before you know it, we had a greenhouse with raised beds in it. Tomatoes had been driven up ourselves. Cucumbers, chilies, you name it. There are a few things I've learned that you kinda need a lot of and sometimes you don't have when running a homestead. And those things are time, energy, and resources. And resources can be many things. It can be money, it can be neighbors, and it can be knowledge. And when you don't have knowledge, if you have time and energy, you will get it. That's something I've learned as well. If you do something, you will learn. You will fail and you will fail, but hopefully you will learn something of every fail you do and become at least 1% better for the next time you do it. And since I've been only running a homestead for 6 months, yeah, you guessed it, I know pretty much nothing. Well, I know a little bit. I learned quite a lot for 6 months, but I have a long way to go. And this is where this part of the video comes in. To be able to have time and energy, since my wife is pregnant, I kind of need to do everything myself at the moment, which I don't mind. But something that I lack of is time and energy sometimes as well. And this is why I try to automate as much things as possible and make today easier for me. And watering the greenhouse has been one of those things that takes maybe 30 minutes in the morning, and if it's really hot, 30 minutes during the night. And if I can automate that away, that's 1 more hour for me to learn stuff, build stuff, and yeah, just maybe have a great day. And after numerous hours online researching, I ended up choosing a drip irrigation system. And I started to disconnect my old hose and start to connect my drip irrigation. And the drip irrigation system is a long hose with small holes in it, so when it's pressurized it will drip out slowly directly on the dirt. And instead of a regular sprinkler which sprays water pretty much everywhere, which works also great, but mainly if you're outside I think, this drip irrigation system only drips water down to the dirt directly. And there's lots of plants that's kind of sensitive of dirt splashing out on the leaf. It brings a lot of diseases and bugs that you don't want to have. And this way, with the drip irrigation system, there's no water and dirt splashing up from the ground, and that way we will have less diseases, or in theory at least. And yet again, sometimes everything doesn't go your way, and this is another example. I didn't tighten it good enough and needed to tighten it once more. But after some duct tape and some hardening, it doesn't leak anymore, and I learned a lesson for free, or almost for free I guess. And I just want to thank you so much for taking your time today and watching my video. If you feel like you want to support my journey here on YouTube and my homestead, there's several ways to do that, and everyone is free of course. You can hit that subscribe button down below, and if you're interested in following my journeys here on YouTube and my progress, I really recommend that. You can always leave a like and a comment down below as well, and that will help the YouTube algorithm to recommend this video for other people. If you want to follow my daily activities, my Instagram account and my stories is the way to go there. There will be a link down below for my Instagram, and there I do small updates pretty much every day. And guys, thank you once again, and I wish you a great day.